So this video,
Hey guys!
Harry's just saying hello there.
Hey guys! Today we're just going to get some stuff and chips for me.
Yeah, we're at Potato Corner here. It's a Singaporean company. That's what it's called, Potato Corner. Can you see it there?
Film them doing it.
And this video is about being pissed off. Harry's on the school holidays, and yours truly has to look after him. And I love doing it, but I've no time to myself. I'm going to tell you the story about how the teachers in his school don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, we're at Potato Corner, and this is what they do. It's flavoured fries. I don't know if they have this in the States or not, but watch this. Let's see how they prepare these flavoured fries. Fries and his corn balls, and this is a lot. There you go. And this is a load of balls, but I tell you, I can't really talk now. Join me in about a split second. It'll be a split second for you. It's going to be about half an hour for me. I'll get him into the car. I'll get home, and I'm going to tell you all about this load of balls. Harry, will you stay with me? Well, we just got back to the serenity of where I live. Anyway, I just want to tell you, there's a couple of things that pissed me off since I spoke to you last, which is about half an hour ago for me, a couple of seconds ago for you. When I was exiting the car park, I had taken this you scan your palm and you take this receipt in the car park. No one tells you anything about it. You just put, like I always do, just put the receipt in the car and then do me shopping or whatever I do, which we did, and get back in the car and exit the car park. But as we exited the car park, and this is not what this video is about, but just to let you know, as I exited the car park, I handed the girl in the kiosk the receipt, and she said, "Hasset baht, that's 50 baht." I said, "For what?" "It's always free parking." And she said, "Mind me stamp, you didn't have a stamp on the receipt." No one told me to get a stamp on the receipt. I said to her, "I have receipts for the shopping I did." You see, the reason they're charging you is to prove, you have to prove that you were shopping in the shopping centre. You could just park your car in the shopping centre, go off and do something else. But we were in the shopping centre, we had bought stuff, and I told her, I said in Thai, "Pami bai sent ran, I have the shop receipt." And it wasn't any good. You have to have the fucking stamp. I mean, talk about discretion. Anyway, that pissed me off. But here's the deal. Harry's on a school holidays, and he goes to a school on Saturdays and Sundays, and I think today is Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesdays as well. A couple of hours, kind of not a summer school, just an extracurricular thing. And the teacher, he told me the other day, the teacher in the school, and I've covered this before, but not like this. Basically, the teacher in the school, Harry speaks Hiberno English. And Hiberno English is what you're listening to now. It's the vowels are broader, like Dublin instead of Dublin, and it's tree instead of three. You know, I know that's not a vowel, TH is not a vowel, but TH doesn't exist in the Gaelic language. So, and for all of you who think that Gaelic is a form of English, it's not. Dahi is anam dom, Tame Nagoni Tilin, Tame Shaska Blian Dish. Dave is my name. I live in Thailand. I'm 60 years old. It's got nothing to do with English. It's more closely related to Hebrew, if you want to know. But anyway, we don't have the TH sound in Gaelic, so we don't have the Hebrew sound, or we don't have the TH sound in Gaelic, so we don't have the TH sound in Hiberno English. And the teacher told my son not to pronounce tree as in tree, but to pronounce tree as in three. And you see, if you're from Australia or New Zealand or from Yorkshire or from a place where they don't speak standard English and in inverted commas, whatever the hell that is. I don't know if you've experienced this, but my son has been told to pronounce tree as three and car as caw. And I told him to tell her, well, I didn't tell him to tell her this, and I know I got criticised for this before. I didn't say this to him, but I would just say I told him, I wanted to tell him to tell her to go on off. I can't even say it on YouTube. So this is my bone of contention. The teachers in his school seem to think that English has to be spoken in a particular way. Well, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Harry's my son, and I would like him to speak the English of his father and my father and his home country is Thailand, but his home country is also Ireland. And I told him to go back into that teacher and tell him it's car, not caw. And you see, flowers are red. Remember that song? And green leaves are green. There's so many, whatever that song was. Remember that one? Well, you see, that's what I'm talking about. There's no regimented, distinct, correct way. Grammar, yes, but pronunciation, no. And these Thais seem to think, and I said it to my wife, and she said, no, the teacher is correct. And I said, no, Harry is correct. What a load of who the do they think they are? I mean, come on. This really gets to me. How they can be an authority on a language that isn't theirs. And how that authority on that particular language, i.e. English, overrides mine as a native speaker. Come on. And I want someone to tell me I'm wrong. It's not caw, it's car. For you it might be caw, for me it's car. And if I'm looking for support, I can look for support to the largest Irish city in the world, Boston. 70% of the people who live in Boston are Irish. Again, I'm not quoting statistics, but that's approximate, give or take. And they say it the same way that we say it, car. Did you know that American English phonetics has a very close relationship with Hibernoid English phonetics? Because 30%, is it? No, it's not. Is it 30%? It's something like 30%. No, it's not. It's 30 million, 10% of the population of the United States is Irish. And if you have that much of an influence, it's going to have an effect on the sounds and the phonetics of the language, which it does. Sometimes I listen to people from New York speaking on YouTube, and for the first few minutes I find it hard to distinguish whether they're from the East Coast, Northeast Coast United States, or from Ireland, because we do tend to have the same phonetic pronunciations. So they can go and shag off with their caw, and they can shag off with their three. Do you know I can't even say sixth? I say sixth. And the standard English apparently is sixth. I can't even say it. I'm incapable. It's just like the Thais are incapable of saying central when they say centan, or they go French fry when they say French fries. They're not capable. Because when you're a child, your vocal cords are flexible, and when you get to the age of 2, they kind of tense up. And if you haven't learned the phonetic by that stage, it's going to be very difficult in later life to mimic or to copy that phonetic. And I don't have that ability. I do have the ability to say three, but I feel like a jerk when I say three. 33 and a third, it's 33 and a third. And that's it. And if my son wants to speak Hiberno English in the school, he can jolly well will. And the teacher can go and take a run and jump for it. I'm telling you that. And if he comes back to me again and tells me that she's corrected again, I'm going to that place. And I'm telling her where to get off. They haven't a clue what they're talking about. They just don't know. They think they know it all. Anyway, that's the deal. And I was in the hustle and bustle of a major shopping complex about half an hour ago, and here I am now in the serenity of the place that we live. And it's absolutely wonderful. And this should have a calming effect on me. Indeed it does. But I can tell you that I have to let off steam and talk to you guys. And I hope that if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I hope if you haven't subscribed that you will do. but I can tell you that it's a very good time to do so. Click the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, do all those wonderful things. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.